Hello everyone, welcome to the Strategy Meeples YouTube channel. I'm Kapil, and today I'm going to be going over a replay of a game of Castles of Burgundy I played a few weeks back. So I played against GreenCheckRedX, who is an expert player, so our ELO is almost the same at the time of this match. And this is game 1 of 2. So we played 2 games. So this is the first one that we played. And yeah, we start off on board number 5. So this is the first edition, identical boards for both players. So let's just jump right into it. Okay. So if we look at the positioning, so I'm player number, so green is player 1, I'm player 2. And we both start at the same position on this board, which is on the bottom right. This is a good position to start because you have access to like this mine really early on, plus this castle if you need it, plus these small regions are helpful too. So they roll a 1 and a 4, so both of these water are really tempting for them. I also roll a 1 and a 4, so that's funny. I could, what do I want? If they take both the water, which most likely I think they are going to do, like I would do it if I was in their position, I would definitely grab a mine and maybe a castle. Or there's also an argument for grabbing tile number 26. So let's see how the game plays out. So they do grab both the water, and the reason this is such a strong move is you are completing a region of 2 in the first round, and you are jumping 2 spots ahead on the turn order track. So even though you are losing out on getting like a mine, like the other 2 mines on this board are really far away. So we have to go through here, something like this. So your opponent isn't going to fight for mines, so you will still have time to take mines in the second round. So it's totally fine giving up that mine just to get turn order control. So I do end up picking the mine, and let's see what I do with the 1. Okay, so I pick up the castle. I guess my reasoning is that if I don't go for the castle and I let them get the castle, then if I want a castle, I'll have to spend 2 money to get it. So I was just trying to make them spend the money if they want to go for the castle. Okay, so a 4 and a 3 for them. Okay, so they picked up the boarding house. That gives them 4 workers and just place it right away. What else could they have done? Yeah, I think that's a pretty good move. Yeah, maybe one other move could have been like taking the market and taking workers. Then when you place it, you get an animal, and you can get access to like this side of the map. But yeah, this is a pretty strong move too. So okay, so we have a 3 and a 6. So 3 is perfect for placing the mine right away, and for 6 we take the town hall. Town hall is really good in the early stages of the game because it's kind of like a free action. It lets you place another tile right after. So on this type of a map, like it can really help you complete these region of 2s. Yeah. Okay, so they roll a 2 and a 4. Okay, so they end up going for this tile number 26. It's a pretty strong tile, I would say, because even since they're already player 1, I'm thinking they're going to probably end up finishing water before me. And if they just finish like say castles and mines, and so that's 3 regions, so that's 6 points for them. Plus it's helping them get to the left side of the board, so that's pretty good. Okay, let's see what we do with our 3 and 4. Okay, so we take the market from the board, and with the 4 we just take workers. I think that is the best move. Yeah, I like that move in that situation because it still gives us an animal, and with that animal we can either go this way or we can go this way, get that connection to that castle. Okay, so our opponent rolls a 1 and a 6. That is perfect for them. Really good. So they actually sell their sell goods, place the water with the 6, and then pick up 2 of these good number 2s. So that's good. And the reason they sold there is because they want to get to 2 silver anyways going into a new round so that they can buy from the black market. We have a 1 and a 4. So with the 1 we add the town hall. I'm assuming we will add the market. Pick up one of these animals and place it with the 4, I believe. That's really strong. Yeah, I think that's the best move in this situation. And the animals, it doesn't matter what I go for. Both are like 2s. The only reason I guess I went for the cows over the sheep is because there were already 3 sheep in the middle. So that reduces the chances a little bit. Yeah, just... Actually, yeah, it really doesn't matter which set of animals I pick up. If we look at the score, they are actually at 2 right now. I'm at 26, but they are also about to complete their water. Okay, so we have a 2 and a 1. So we just sell goods. So we are thinking if you want to take the boarding house, but I don't think we end up doing it. I'm just trying out different options in this case. But I think if I remember correctly, I just sell goods and take workers. Yeah, I think that is the strongest move, just going into the new round with 4 workers and 3 silver. Keeping our options open. But look at this set, the board in this round. It's really bad for us because they have a 6 and a 2. So even if they pick up 1 water, they will be ahead in turn order going into the new round. Plus 2 sets of mine have shown up. 1 over here, 1 in the black market. So it's going to be hard for me to catch up with them in turn order. Especially on this board, and picking up that 1 water isn't that good for me because this is a region of 2, so I'm going to be leaving an incomplete region. Still want to challenge them on the water though. I don't want to just let them get way ahead. If I do need to still keep challenging them on water. So let's see what they do with the 2 and a 6. Okay, that's pretty good. So they take a castle, they take a mine from the black market, and then they place the castle and take a water. So we have a 2 and a 3. So we buy a market in this case. I'm thinking why we bought the market. Let's see. Okay, I'm trying to play out a combo over here. Just try to complete a few region of 1s. Wow, I really did broke a record on the undos on this one. I guess my thinking was if I already have a market and I'm adding more markets to my board, if that yellow tile shows up, it'll be helpful to me. But I should have realized that they are going to be keeping this player 1 track lead over me. So even if it does show up, they might just grab it from us because it's already, if the market bonus tile shows up, it's already 8 points for us. With the potential for 3 more. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like 20 points if it shows up. And if I place a market in each of these spots, even 8 points is a lot to give away. So they might challenge us on that. Okay, so they roll a 1 and a 1. Place the water, pick up another boarding house. That's good. The score, if we look at, so we are almost 20 points ahead of them. They are at 26. We are at 48. But they do have the water lead. So that's a big advantage that they have in terms of, like that's how they're making up for this point difference right now. We roll a 1 and a 6. Take the bank, place the bank. I think that's a solid move because there's the bank bonus. So if I'm able to get that, that helps me too. Okay, I'm trying to go for those early animals. So I'm not getting a lot of water, and I still don't have connection to these mines up here, so there's no point in trying to fight over that mine. I was trying to see if I get a connection like this somehow. Because I don't have a castle, I don't have a water here. And I do have a yellow. But there's already this set of picks. I was thinking if I can complete this region of green, that can be helpful. Like just points wise, giving me early points. So they start working towards animals too. Yeah, I would say this is a pretty good move. So I have 2 sets of pigs and I should just try and finish this region in phase B to get like a burst of points. So 6 and a 6 for them. And we had a 3 and a 4. Okay, so it's the last round of phase B. They roll a 2 and a 3 and we roll a 4 and a 5. So with the 2 and 3 they can definitely place, actually they could just place both mines if they want to, or just save one. Okay, so I complete my region of 3 animals. So if we look at the points, so they've started making up for the point difference a little bit. Now I guess it's still a 20 point difference, but they have this tile number 15. And since they have the water lead, if they are able to like sell 1 good of each type, they'll end up getting 18 points from it, which is literally the point difference that we have right now between our scores. So we have like a 19 point difference. So that tile alone is allowing them to catch up with us. So that is the advantage of going for water, like having the lead in water. Like you get to pick up these really strong tiles from the black market that can even out the score late game. Also, again, there's only 2 water on the board. That's really bad for me, because they just need to keep picking up just one of these waters, and they're way ahead of me. So it's basically, my game plan at this point is to finish the animals before them, finish the buildings before them. That's about it. Even the yellows, like even this 8 and 3. 3 is pretty strong, but it's mid game. I'm already not getting any water, so it's like, how strong is it? 8 is definitely no point in picking up 8. 3 basically says when you sell goods, you get 2 silver instead of 1. Right now I'm only sitting on one good. Actually, I do have a water in hand, so it's maybe not that bad, and I can try and finish this middle region of yellows. So let's see how it plays out. They have a 2 and a 2, so I would probably just pick up tile number 15, pick up the castle with the 2, place the castle with the 2 on the 5 by spending 3 workers, and pick up one of these waters. That's what I would do. Okay, that's what they did too. It makes sense. So at this point, we are just trying to still not give them completely over water, and picking up buildings that help us advance towards our objective too. It's, yeah, even though we are in the lead, like I said, like I'm already starting to see their score potential, and I know that I'm gonna need to do something, or at least hope for some luck where I get to catch up with them somehow in turn order, but it's looking difficult right now. Okay, so I end up picking the other mine, and the reason for that is I do not want to give them a free mine and just let them complete their mines in phase C. Yeah, I still want to challenge them on it. So that's the reason I went for the mine. Okay. So 1 and a 2 for them, 1 and a 6 for us. So they just placed that tile and took workers. I can also see an argument for them to place that tile and pick up tile number 3. I think that's a strong move for them. Or take the bank, which will help them complete this region. But even taking workers is fine. They're just keeping their options open. So we end up picking tile number 3. Yeah, we add the boarding house and pick up tile number 3. So they have a 3 and a 3. Okay. So we picked up the carpenter's workshop from the black market. So again, the goal is to try to speed up these region of 3 buildings, get that bonus. I do want to get back, like, focus again on the animal just completed before them. So let's see how that works out. Okay. So in this case, so this is round D, phase D. And if we look at the board again right now, so it's again only 3 waters on the board. So 1, 1, 1. And they need like 2 waters to finish all the water in the game. And we are 2 spots behind them. So there's no way I'm going to be catching up with them. The play for them is really straightforward. The score is almost tied. So all they need to do at this point is, and I would do the same thing if I was in their position, is just complete their water. So I would probably take 2 water, and then it's either complete your mines or complete your castles. I would complete my complete my mines, because I'm short on 2 castles, whereas they only need 1 castle. So if they complete their mines, and we are both tied on the mines, so that's why they need to finish the mines before us. They can always let us get this castle and pick up the castle in phase E. So yeah, basically their whole turn is just get 2 water, 1 from the middle, 1 from here, and pick up a mine from here. And they've already won the game. There's nothing I can do at this point to challenge that a lot. I guess now that I see tile number 21, another play for them could be pick up 2 water and pick up this tile. But I would still go for the mine over that, maybe. Let's see. Okay, so they do it that way. Instead of finishing their water this turn, they just leave their water to the last turn. And that allows us to take the water, but even taking 2 water is not enough for us to become player 1. Okay, so I take that castle, and I also take another yellow tile, just hoping to complete this middle region. They roll a 2 and a 3, which is pretty good. So I complete that middle region, I put the castle. And I start working towards that other region of 3 animals. For them, yeah, they can complete their mines. I think at this point they're almost pivoting towards completing their yellows too. Okay, so we have picked up another set of animals, so we just need 1 more animal to finish this region. We have 1 and a 4, so they take a water and they take the mine. Okay, we take the other mine, sell goods. Okay, so this is the final round of the game, and there's basically only 2 tiles that give us, this tile doesn't give us any points, but this tile can give us 12 points because we have 3 markets on the board. But that's what I said, like they completed their mines, they completed their water. So they only need to complete their castle, and they can literally just like take a castle, place a castle, take tile number 20 and take the sheep from the middle, and they're like way ahead of us because there's nothing we can do to catch up, because there's literally no points for us. Like we are completing this region of buildings, completing these animals, but they're also completing their region of animals, they're also completing their castles, plus they have a lot of goods to sell too. So how do we make up for those points? It's just not possible in this game. So 2 and a 3. Okay, so in this case, actually, they end up picking all three of the yellow tiles. I think their thinking was that they just want to complete their yellows. So we have a 1 and a 2. I wonder if I should have just gone and picked up all three animals in this case. Probably should have done that. I wonder if I did do it or not. Yes, I'm trying to finish my buildings too. And there's a way I can finish like my castles as well before them. Okay, I guess, yeah, I took priority over stealing those animals by going for the castle and the watchtower. Okay, so they are going to finish this yellows. They're going to finish this region of 3 animals. And we are going to finish our region of 3 buildings and region of 3 animals. And basically finish all the animals too. So, but that's not going to be enough because they have a lot of bonus points coming. And we have 0 bonus points at the end of this game. Okay, last 2 turns of the game. So they have a 1 and a 2. We have 2 and a 4. So they actually end up placing this, buying and placing this tile because it's 4 points, whereas this would have been 0 points for them. Okay, last turn. So they roll a 1 and a 3. We roll a 4 and a 6. And with the last turn, I'll probably just place the water over here. Pick up these goods or something. But if we look at the score, like sure, it'll probably end up being a tie. Like say for example, it's like 180 to 183. We have like 0 bonuses coming in. Whereas they have 1, 2, 3. So that's 12 plus 1, 2, 3, 4 into 2. So that is 8. Plus, let's say they sold each good of, like every good, like a good of each type. So that's 6 threes are 18 points. So that is 30, what is that? 38 points of bonuses that they're getting compared to our 0. And all of this was possible just by being one or 2 steps ahead of me in the turn order track. So even though we completed our animals, like just going for the yellows and focusing on water, castles and mines was more than enough for them to get a huge lead over us. But yeah, that's the game. I think it should be like a huge point difference. So it ends up being 226 to 183. So it's one of those games where the game is kind of decided from the turn 1. And you're basically trying to catch up, but just the rolls are not in your favor, and just the RNG is not in your favor. But I mean, I've won a lot of games where I've been in the leading position and just blocked my opponent on every good tile. So it's just something you need to be prepared for. So there's still so you can play a really good game, but sometimes the game is already decided. But you still need to like fight for the different bonuses. And so even though they had like a big lead on water, it's not like I gave up on the water. You still need to challenge them somehow. And I still ended up like picking a nice stack of goods. And say in the last round, for example, you get like multiple, or even in like in between in the game, if you get like multiple bonus tiles, say for example tile number 25, tile number 24, and say tile number 15 all show up in the same round, that's when you can like catch up on somebody who is ahead on water by still taking the good tiles away from them. In this case, I still got to complete the animals before them. I got to complete the buildings before them. So still tried to find like areas where I could make up for that point difference. But I just didn't have the yellow points. I mean the yellow tiles for doing that. But it was still a fun game. I had the early lead, but then once they caught up, and from that point on, it was just executing our game plan and seeing what the final score was. But yeah, this was game 1 of 2. Thank you to GreenCheckRedX for this game. We played another game after this, so I will record that video later on, and that is a really fun game too. So stay tuned, and yeah, please like and subscribe and let me know what you think. Bye.